quick backflip. The sun is being way too bright, so we're moving to the other side of the soccer field. Lighting check, sun's right there. Do I look pretty in this lighting? That's all that matters, as long as I look good, you know? It's so bright, the sun is like right, oh. How's it going, y'all? In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you 5 easy flips that you can learn. No mats, no experience, no nothing. You just come out here into the soccer field on the grass, get down, get dirty, learn some flips. So yeah, let's get right into it. I'm getting self-conscious. So many people at the park today. But anyway, the first flip that we're gonna get started with today is the Webster. The thing about the Webster is I don't do this flip like at all. I can't even remember the last time I even did a Webster. But yeah, this flip is so easy that if I can do it, you guys can too. So here we go, Webster. Man, I'm gonna have to relearn it real quick. I haven't done a Webster in, I don't even know. Okay, Webster, walk. Webster. Oh my, I need a stretch. Oh God. It's just a Webster. It's just a Webster. It's just a... My white shirt. I'm gonna teach this move if I can't do it myself. If I land it this time, you guys have to subscribe. But yeah, that's pretty much how you learn it. Okay, let's get into the progressions. Webster, how do you learn a Webster? I mean, I guess you could learn from standing. Like you just stand up, pick up the leg, and you just swing it back. But I would say that the easier way to do it is to do it from a run up. You do like your little walk up, and then at a certain point, you like, I do my left foot. So I put my left foot in front of me, and then once I'm here, swing my leg back, and then swing my arms forward like this. And then once I'm in this position, then I throw my hands down, and then I just, you know, tuck for the flip. That's the mechanics of a Webster, or at least how I do a Webster, which is absolutely trash, but it gets the job done. But yeah, basically the way you just like go about learning it is just do it. Here, let me show you what I mean. Just like walk up, kick your legs back, arms back, and then you just roll. And then at some point you just kind of like, you just kind of got to do it, you know? You just kind of got to send it. You just like walk up, kick back, and then tuck. Walk up, and then tuck. Webster. That's basically all there is to it. I don't know what else to say about it. Okay, easy flip number 2. Easy flip number 2 is going to be the Webster's cousin, the front flip. Let me oh God, let me show you what the front flip looks like. This was such a bad video idea. Okay, I can do it. I can do it. This is 5 easy flips that anyone can learn, and I'm anyone. Easy. All right, boys, now how do you learn a front flip? Pretty much the same thing as the Webster. You just run up and then you bring your feet together. You want to stay on the balls of your feet. Okay, so now I actually have tips to give for this one. Tip number 1, you got to stay on the balls of your feet, right? So that means point your toes, don't let your heels touch the ground. Stay on the balls of your feet, and then you just rebound through your calves, okay? So that's how you jump for the front flip. Second thing to note about your feet is when you run up and you punch, you sort of want your feet to be like a little bit in front of your body, right? So when I run up and jump for the front flip, run, jump, punch, like my feet are like slightly in front of my body. And the reason for that is because of a concept called blocking. If you guys don't know what blocking is, then you guys live under a rock. But the basic idea is if you were to jump with your feet straight under you, then your momentum just continues forward the same pace that you're running at, right? If you were to jump with your feet like behind you, then when you jump, you're jumping like straight down to the ground, you're gonna eat dirt. But if you run and you jump and you punch with your feet slightly in front of you, your momentum's going this way, your feet are blocking you going this way. See, like people explain this in terms of physics, but it doesn't really make sense to me because if you have horizontal momentum canceling horizontal momentum, doesn't that momentum just disappear? I don't know. But the way people explain it is that you are running this way and you block the opposite direction. Where can that momentum go? But just straight up, which still doesn't make sense to me in terms of mathematical physics, but that's the concept behind it. You punch with your feet in front of you, so that way you can carry the momentum forward and then you get height and rotation that way. So I'm gonna run, jump, put my feet together, stay on the balls of my feet. Feet are gonna be slightly in front of me, and then I'm gonna jump, hollow body position into the tuck, front flip. Here we go. Sort of like the Webster, you can just slowly work your way around, starting with like forward rolls, and then eventually you like pick up a little bit of height and you start landing on like your butt or your back, and then you break your back. Front flip, not that scary to learn. Definitely requires a little more power than the other flips in this video, but I believe in you. You got this. All right, trick number 3. Okay, now this one I actually have a tutorial on, so I feel a little bit more comfortable putting this in the tutorial. The side flip. Let me show you what a side flip looks like. Man, why are all these flips that I suck at? Run, jump, tuck, land. I suck at flips, don't I? Forgive the absolutely atrocious side flip, but here's how you learn it. If you guys haven't watched my side flip tutorial, here's like a little summary of what I explained in that video. Step number 1, if you can jump 2 inches high and spin 360 degrees, then you can side flip. So if you can do this, side flip. Now let me explain. Run up and then you do a little hop, bring your feet together, stay on the balls of your feet, you like punch. Very similar to front flip, except obviously you're gonna be sideways. But yeah, the way that I teach people how to side flip is you do your side flip run up. It's very important to get the setup down. You do your little run, you do a little jump, pop. But then when you pop, you're gonna do your 360. You're gonna run, feet together, 360. Okay, now how the heck does that turn into a side flip, David? That just looks stupid. Step 2, you're gonna do the same exact thing. You're gonna run up, do your 360, but you're gonna bring your legs up, knees up to your chest, do a little tuck, all right? Watch this. Something like that. Let me see if I can do better. Run, jump, tuck. The only difference between that and a side flip is obviously you're not flipping. From step 2, where you're doing your tuck and your vertical, all you're gonna do is bring your, this hand, like downwards, and this hand, like upwards. You do your run up, and then you take your tuck 360, keep doing it over and over and over again, each time making it more inverted. That's a very safe way to learn how to side flip. Time to actually do the side flip. We're gonna run, jump, tuck 360. Hands down, like we're shooting a hoop, arms up, like we're... Am I disabled? Swoop, like a teapot. Side easy. All right, boys, here we go. Number 4, the 4th easy flip that you can learn for beginners. Super easy, no experience required, is the cheat gainer. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Just like for the Webster, the front flip, the side flip, the most important thing you need to get down, first of all, is your setup, right? So for the Webster, it was like this. And then for the front flip and the side flip, it was like this. But for the cheat gainer, the easiest setup to learn from is called the J-step. This is what it looks like. Okay, here's how you J-step. If I'm facing the trees, then I'm gonna take my right foot, step forward towards the trees, and then I'm gonna hop onto my left foot, turn my body a little away from the trees, right? So that way when I do my flip, I'm flipping this way, right? So we're running towards the trees, but our flip is gonna be in this direction, running towards the trees, flipping in the sideways direction. All right, so here's how you J-step. Right foot step forward, hop onto your left, and then you want to tense your right cheek. Keep your leg up in the air so that when you're in this position with your leg and both your arms, you're gonna swing together like a pendulum. Once you have that step down, cheat gainer is pretty easy to learn. A lot of it just comes down to coordination and balance. It's not the most difficult in terms of power. It will take a little bit of practice and getting used to make sure that you don't land without busting your knee. Okay, here we go. Right foot step forward, hop onto your left foot, and then when you're in this position, you're gonna take your right foot, and then with your leg and your hips, everything together, you're gonna swing back this way. You're gonna swing behind you. So most people make the mistake of when they swing forward like this. When you swing, you wanna keep swinging until the momentum carries you back this way. Here's people swinging forward. This is not what you're supposed to do. Here's what you're supposed to do, which is swinging backwards. Key point, as you swing, you just want to make sure that your leg and your hips, especially your hip, are moving in this direction. A lot of people will just like swing their leg, but they'll like leave their hips behind. So then they end up like twisting like this. You just want to make sure that your arms are in and your legs and your hips are moving together. So everything is moving in the same direction at the same time. And then you switch legs. We're going to do our J-step, swing everything together, keep it tight, and then switch legs. J-step, swing everything, keep it tight, switch legs. And once you have that, it's honestly not that hard to get a cheat gainer. Getting to that step is the hardest part. Once you have that down, all that's left to do for the cheat gainer, just lean back more, head and chest down more towards the floor. And that's where you get your inversion from. Here's J-step and then swinging backwards. And then here's J-step, swinging backwards with my head and chest down. And hopefully you guys see a difference. That's cheat gainer. Pretty easy. Just make sure that when you do your swing, not only is your upper body and your lower body going behind you, the body follows the eyes, right? So it's also really important to make sure that your eyes are looking at the ground behind you. And then as you're doing your flip, you just keep your eyes on the ground the whole time. That'll also help you with your landing, with your balance. That way you don't break your neck. J-step, swing, keep everything together. My eyes are gonna be on the ground the whole time. Cheat gainer. Easy. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The last flip that anyone can learn. Yes, even you. The backflip. The backflip? David, surely you don't mean the backflip? Yeah, I mean the backflip. Hopefully you guys don't live under a rock and know what a backflip looks like, but just in case, here's what it is. Step 1, you need a cartwheel. Cartwheel? Why do you need a cartwheel to the backflip? Cartwheel? What is this guy talking about? Whoa. If you just let me explain, then maybe I could tell you. Okay, so here's the cartwheel. If you can do that, backflip should come pretty easy. Your cartwheel doesn't need to be pretty like that. Honestly, it can look something like this. That's good enough. If I cartwheel this way, then instead of just going into my cartwheel like I would normally do, I'm gonna turn my body away from the direction that I'm going. And so now I have to cartwheel like this. So you're gonna face backwards, and you're gonna cartwheel this way. And you just do it faster, get used to that. Cartwheel! If you need to, squat a little lower, get down to the ground, and then do your cartwheel. I've noticed that I'm acting a little weirder. I think this is because I am now in earshot of the public. Once you get comfortable with that, you're just gonna get to the point where eventually, instead of taking off like a normal cartwheel, one leg at a time, start here, and then you're just gonna jump into it and then catch yourself with your hands, and that's just the same thing as your cartwheel. Cartwheel. For this part, it's really important to make sure that you're like jumping backwards. This is the part that a lot of people will mess up on, is they don't jump backwards enough, right? So they'll either like jump straight up, or they'll low-key even jump forward when they like come back this way, because their hips will like push out, and then they'll jump like, but yeah, that just makes it really hard. Here, let me show you what that looks like. Yeah, just don't do that. But yeah, eventually you just want to be able to get into like a crab position, put your hand down, and then get to the point where you can do your cartwheel from here with you pushing your hips straight up and then reaching your hands straight back. All right, this is called a macaco. This is just a cartwheel, but from facing backwards I ran out of video storage, so I had to delete Brawl Stars. It's literally just the same thing as a cartwheel, except you're facing away from your cartwheel and one of your hands is already on the ground, and then you push your hips up, hands straight up. But yeah, from that point, you're just gonna do the same thing, except instead of starting from like here and then doing this, you're just gonna bring your arms back like you would actually do a backflip, and then swing up, do your macaco. Don't break your arms, please. Macaco. But yeah, you just keep doing that, keep getting better at it, and at some point, eventually, you can kind of like lighten the weight on your hand. Make sure you tense your core, or else your spine will be disintegrated. Bring your arms back, swing up, hips up, and then macaco, but like touch the ground really late. And then eventually you just get to the point where you'll be able to do it with no hands. Here's what that looks like. At this point, you don't even have to like commit to looking straight up. You can still like look over the side a little at the ground. That's basically it. Once you land it, of course, you just keep doing it over and over again, make it consistent. And then once you can land it every time, that's when you can start tweaking it, you know, fixing your technique. But the most important thing is being able to land it safely. Backflip. Hopefully that was some help to somebody. So many people here. I just ended up deciding to record the outro in the car because I didn't want to do it outside. There's so many people here today. Why? Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully someone was able to take something out of that. Yeah, it was definitely not my most organized. Ooh, I got a notification from my girlfriend. But it definitely was not my most organized video. I just kind of went out to the park and I was like, I need to shoot something because I just need to make videos, you know? But yeah, hopefully that was like helpful to at least somebody out there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. God bless you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.